Rockspire's Stoneclaw. The scent hit me first, burnt sugar, then blood. Old man Tiber, the sweetest baker in Oakhaven, lay sprawled amongst his cooling loaves, a single crimson stain blossoming on his apron. It wasn't a beast that did this, not a wild thing. The cut was too clean, too deliberate. Tiber's famed honey cakes were untouched, but his prized sourdough starter, the one he'd nurtured for 50 years, was smashed, the ceramic crock shattered. This wasn't about robbery. This was a message. Rockspire's Stoneclaw, tracker and hunter, knew a betrayal when I smelled one, and the air hung thick with it. Old man Tiber wasn't just a baker, he was the heart of Oakhaven. He'd taken me in when I was a boy, orphaned and running wild. Taught me patience, the value of honest work, even a bit of baking. Turns out he also taught a few others. Specifically, Elias Thorne, his protege, the one everyone expected to inherit the bakery. Elias claimed he was miles away, hunting deer, but his alibi felt brittle, like a poorly baked crust. I found a shard of pottery near Tiber's body, a distinctive blue glaze, one Elias used for his own personal baking experiments. It was a connection, a breadcrumb in a trail that smelled increasingly like conspiracy. The whispers started circling talk of Tiber's secret ingredient, a rare wild yeast he discovered deep in the whisperwood. Apparently, it wasn't just about flavor. The yeast, when properly fermented, produced a mild sedative, highly sought after by the traders who passed through Oakhaven. Word was, Tiber had refused to sell it to a particularly ruthless merchant, Silas Blackwood, a man known for strong-arming anyone who stood in his way. Blackwood had been seen arguing with Tiber just days before the murder. The stakes weren't about pastries anymore. They were about power and a very valuable secret. I found a hidden ledger in Tiber's workshop, detailing not just ingredients and recipes, but a network of payments, small, regular sums going to several prominent villagers, including the town's constable, Barnaby Finch. Finch, a man I'd always trusted. The payments stopped abruptly a week before Tiber's death. It painted a grim picture, a conspiracy reaching into the heart of Oakhaven's authority, all centered around the yeast and Tiber's refusal to cooperate. The betrayal cut deep, sharper than any hunter's blade. A memory surfaced years ago, a similar incident in a neighboring village. A baker, refusing to sell a unique strain of wheat, found dead under mysterious circumstances. The investigation was quietly closed, the culprit never found. Then it hit me, Silas Blackwood was involved then too. He'd moved on to Oakhaven after securing the wheat through less savory methods. I remembered Tiber telling me, with a haunted look, that some secrets are best left buried. He knew Blackwood was coming, and he'd been preparing, trying to protect the yeast, to protect Oakhaven. It all clicked into place. This wasn't just about business, it was personal. I found Blackwood attempting to flee Oakhaven, a satchel filled with samples of the wild yeast clutched in his hand. He hadn't counted on a hunter's tracking skills. We met in the Whisperwood, the very place Tiber had discovered the yeast. He confessed, boasting about his influence, about how he always got what he wanted. But he underestimated the fury of a man who'd lost a mentor, a friend. It wasn't a clean fight, but justice, like a well-baked loaf, eventually rises to the surface. I left him for Constable Finch, the ledger providing ample evidence of Blackwood's corruption and Finch's complicity. Oakhaven is quieter now. Finch is in custody and Blackwood awaits trial. The bakery stands silent for now, but Tiber's apprentice, a young woman named Ilara, has vowed to carry on his legacy. She's kneading the dough, following his recipes, and learning the secrets of the wild yeast. The aroma of baking bread is slowly returning to the village, a symbol of hope and resilience. I still visit the bakery, not to hunt, but to remember Tiber and to taste the sweetness of justice, a flavor far more satisfying than any honey cake. The betrayal left a scar, but Oak Haven, like a good sourdough, is proving it can rise again.